And it's just delusional. I'll take things that didn't happen for 500, Alex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I am so happy to have you here with me again this week. If you are new here and this is the first time you are seeing my face, welcome. I make weekly videos dissecting internet nonsense, so if you're into that type of thing or you like today's video, I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel and make sure that you never miss another upload from me. Before we get started today, I just need to take one more second to say thank you. The channel, if you haven't been paying attention, is at almost 20,000 subscribers, and y'all, that is just absolutely wild to me. When I started this thing a year and a half ago, all I really knew is that I wanted to come on here and talk about the internet binary and people's logic when it comes to things on the internet, and I didn't really know what to expect in return. And what I got is an amazing community, and you guys are here every week sharing your opinions, sharing your emojis with me, and honestly, it just means so much, and I'm really happy to have you here. So as we approach 20,000, thank you guys, because honestly, without you being here every week, without you commenting and liking for the algorithm gods, I couldn't do this without you. So I just want to throw in a little thank you. Alright, that's enough warm fuzzies. I know we're here for the cold hard facts and the logic, so let's get into it. Did you all see that Marissa Matthews made her valiant return to the internet? If you've never heard of Marissa Matthews, she is a TikToker who started making fat activist content in 2020, and she really blew up because she was one of the loudest, but also one of the most toxic fat activists on the platform. She's known for her toxicity and her vitriol, which is interesting because she was often shouting at us about how happy and confident she was, but her content mostly just turned out like this.
Okay, hello everybody. This is just a friendly reminder that if a fat person is talking about their experience with oppression, and then you're a thin person, and then you want to come into that same exact space and talk about your own skinny problems and your own skinny issues, newsflash, nobody fucking cares! This is a fat acceptance space. This is a fat positive space. I don't give two flyings about your skinny problems. Okay? When fat people speak about our own oppression, we're not seeking or asking for your skinny problems as well. Okay? If we were wanting that, guess what we would say? Hey, skinny people, we want to hear about your problems too. But I've never said that on any of my pages, so go the fuck away. Thank you! It's also counterintuitive to talk over a marginalized person, so thanks. Okay, so one thing that I just find really funny is that, you know, how I make, like, videos where I'm, like, intentionally, like, you know, condescending, and then, like, people comment on it, and they're like, oh my god, you're so condescending. Like, they don't realize it was intentionally condescending. Like, duh.
Yeah, so anyway, Marissa popped up on my For You page with a new video, and the captioning caught my attention right away, so let's take a look at that together. So in this video, she's captioning saying, even though I haven't been consistently posting in 2 years due to severe bullying I received on here for being fat / educating folks about fat phobia, my hating fans still want to criticize me for things I'm not even actively speaking on at the moment. If you want to criticize me, do it for who I am now, not who I was 3 years ago, because I don't know her and you never did. I was immediately intrigued because I had flagged that Marissa had not popped up on my For You page in quite some time, but she certainly hadn't disappeared. And to be perfectly honest, what I figured happened was that she just got her channels yeeted again, because she has done that so many times. Her videos get flagged, her channels get flagged, and they just get taken down. She's had several Instagrams, she's had several TikTok accounts. It's just what she does. She's constantly yelling at them for silencing her voice.
Person, I've since blocked them, right? They created another account, and then they commented other shit that was false misinformation, continuing to perpetuate the weight stigma and the still giving me unwanted health advice, you know, that whole thing. And then I comment this: What do you not get about the fact that I do not want your unwanted health advice here? Like, are you dumb? And that got removed. How am I the one in the wrong here? How? They're the one harassing me. Yet I'm the one still being punished for this shit? TikTok, you have not changed. It's very disappointing.
After watching this TikTok, there were two things that I really needed to know. Had Marissa Matthews indeed changed? And did she actually disappear from the internet for 2 years? On that TikTok that stumbled across my For You page, I clicked the caption because that's what I always do, and it read like this. 2 years of not showing myself online and then coming back literally means I'm a different person. If you want to live in the past, go for it, but I am not doing that anymore. Is it just me, or is that a weirdly aggressive way to tell people that you've changed? Because I'm not new to Marissa or her content, this read to me like she had not changed. And so you guys know me, I did what I do best, and I watched some of her new content. I needed to see if she was as toxic as she was before. Let's take a look together.
So this is just a friendly reminder to my fellow fatties that if you're on public transit, you are allowed to take up space. And if someone is so brazen to say to you, you can't go there, you're not going to fit, you're allowed to snap back at them and say, shut the fuck up, I know my own body a little. Which is what I just did to this fat-phobic piece of shit on this bus. So just a reminder, you're allowed to take up space, you're allowed to be on public transit, regardless of what fat-phobic people say to you. Nobody knows your body more than you do, so you can tell everyone else to shut the fuck up. Have a nice day, everyone.
I'll take things that didn't happen for 500, Alex. But seriously, this looked so reminiscent of her previous content that I couldn't see the change. Let's try another one.
For the millionth time, existing as a fat person is not promoting obesity. Loving your body and being confident about your body is also not promoting obesity. So fuck off, bitch.
Yeah, no, I don't think she's changed at all, but I'm all about second chances here, and she's saying she's changed, so let's give her one more chance.
You know what still boggles my mind up in here? When I advocate for fat people and we should be able to exist online without getting harassed, and then people's responses, you posted a public video, what the f did you expect? I don't know, I expected to exist online without getting harassed, without experiencing fat phobia. I assumed and I expected people to be educated and to treat others like actual human beings with kindness, and to not perpetuate discrimination and fat phobia and racism, because yes, fat phobia is rooted in racism, and if you're new to this concept, then go learn about it. So yeah, what did you expect when you posted a thing online? I expected to exist in peace, because every person deserves that. Every human being deserves that, including fat people, even if you don't think that we're people, because of our body size. End rant for the moment. Also, do you like my dress?
So, to me, it's official that there's been no change. Marissa is still the same toxic human being she was before her supposed hiatus, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. I want to focus on what Marissa is actually saying here, because she is not the first person in this fat acceptance movement, especially on TikTok, to shout into the void that fat people deserve to exist online without being harassed or bullied or given unwanted diet and health advice that they didn't ask for, right? You don't have their consent. This is their safe space. We often see them making these arguments on their channel. Now, she isn't wrong in that we don't condone bullying or harassment, but listen to what she is saying here. She is saying she and other fat people on the internet, namely fat activists, are just existing. They're just trying to exist here peacefully. But society and the thins hate them so much that she could put out an innocent video and they just attack her. Right? It's the internet that's toxic. It's not me. I certainly didn't do anything to bring this attention to myself. That is the motif of this argument. And it's just delusional. There are plenty of plus-size creators on the internet who do not get this kind of toxic attention. For some reason, the first person that comes to my brain is Smoky Glow. I know she's not posting as much as she used to. She's a plus-size content creator who would do makeup and story times and talk about drama, and she didn't get this kind of negative attention. I myself am plus size, and I don't get this kind of attention. What Marissa failed to learn on this supposed break that she took from the internet is that you get the energy that you put into the universe. It comes back to you. And as we've seen, Marissa is pretty darn good at just spewing so much hate and toxicity and vitriol at anyone who comes to her channel. If she continues to come at people like they're uneducated, they're not going to respect her. If she only ever responds to troll comments, all she's going to get is more troll comments. Once they know something bothers you, they're going to keep poking it. And that is something that fat activists tend to fall right into, right? We've seen that with Jordan Underwood as well. He is often responding to troll comments on TikTok and then just gets more troll comments. Instead of focusing on the audiences they do have, for some reason they choose the negativity, they choose to focus on those trolls. All of these things seem elementary to me as a part of an existence on the internet. I've talked about it before, but it took me a little while to get my channel started because I had seen some of this negativity online and I knew that I wanted to do this, but as I said, I wasn't sure what I would get back. And you have to go into this thing, if you're going to put yourself on the internet, you have to go into it with the confidence, with the boundaries to realize that people can say whatever they want to you in return. You cannot control other people and what they say to you. You can control your own reaction, and you can choose to change your content. There is nowhere to exist on the internet where people are not critiquing you. If you're gonna put yourself on the internet, you have to do it with eyes wide open. People are gonna say shitty things. It's the nature of the internet. And I think what's so interesting to me in this is that Marissa and her fat activist friends, I mean, how often do we see them shouting at us about how confident they are, right? How much they love themselves, how happy they are in their lives. If they were truly all of those things, happy and confident, they wouldn't have to tell us. We would be able to see it in their content. I also find it interesting that when they find content about them, so this has happened to me frequently, they will find my videos and they will message me immediately and they'll send me 2 or 3 or 4 messages telling me that I'm obsessed with them. And the reason that that is intriguing to me is because I don't obsess over internet content. I watch internet content for fun on my own. If it's interesting, I bring it to the channel, I share opinions with you guys, and then that's it for me for the week, right? But they will respond sometimes 5 or 6 times a day on TikTok to these troll comments. So who's the obsessed one? It's your behavior and the way that you act that tells us who you really are and how you really feel. Whether you realize it or not, your actions speak louder than your words. Because this is not the face of someone who is happy and confident.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to make this video to let everybody know, especially if you're new to my page, that if you come into my fat acceptance space, or any fat acceptance space, or fat positivity space, body positivity space, and you come in here, especially if you're a thin person, and you come in here and you tell me that I'm wrong, or that you're not willing to listen, or to be educated, or that you come in here trying to talk over us, then I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna delete your inconsiderate comments. I'm gonna delete your wrong comments. And then I'm gonna block you. Because you are not allowed to come into a fat positive space with your thin little tears and demand space in a space that's not for you. So, thank you. Have a good day!
Now, the other thing that I needed to know was, did she actually take a 2-year hiatus? Because she was claiming that she took 2 whole years off the internet, right? And she did that to promote her own growth and to change her own life and improve her mental health. As I scrolled her TikTok and her Instagram, I didn't happen to see these large breaks in content that she's talking about. There's certainly one that wasn't 2 years long. But I did find a TikTok that she posted with this caption. So, some of the reasons why I haven't been posting. 1, the bullying. The bullying and harassment broke me down so much that I was hating my life daily because of it. 2, I had to heal my mental health from all of the harm the bullying caused. 3, I had a lot of personal things happening, my move, loss of friends, etc., that I was more focused on dealing with. 4, I fell out of love with making content and videos and such. I was in a creative/motivation rut, I guess you could say. 5, I fell out of my reason/purpose on here. There are a few other reasons that are explained on my other platforms if you like more details. Thanks for still being here. This caption did actually make me feel bad for Marissa for a split second, because it's really hard to hear that someone was bullied and it affected their mental health. It's never easy to deal with the loss of friends, especially with the stress of moving, right? These are all things that I can understand as a human being. But it also made me want to know and to see that Marissa had taken a moment to reflect on herself and her actions. And that's the part that we haven't seen. If she had changed in this time off the internet in the way she's claiming, we would be able to see that. She came back to these platforms and is doing the exact same things she would do before. Why would you come and do the same thing but expect different results? She could have come back and made her TikTok about her art. She owns an Etsy store. She could have come back and made her TikTok about dancing because she loves dancing and it's something she's done in all of her content. And I swear, if I have to watch one more fat tube arm girl video, I'm gonna lose my mind because she does it frequently. It's clearly a trend that she loves. It's not a trend that I like, but she loves it and she's good at it. So do those things without the vitriol and without the toxicity. Just do the part that you actually love doing and that you love getting a positive response from. She is actively choosing to make this content so focused on her body, so focused on how much she hates other people, especially the thins, and how much she wants to educate people about fat phobia. These are choices she is actively making. She is filming these, she is uploading these, she is editing these. At some point, she has to realize that she is the only problem she has. A good example of this is there is another fat activist who we talked about on this channel, and her name is Abby Hoy. And Abby was getting a lot of these negative responses when she was also doing fat activist content. And now when I see her popping up on my For You page, she has shifted her content to focus almost solely on her thrifting and antiquing. And I'll be honest, thrifting and antiquing videos are much more interesting to me, and she's getting a much more positive response. Again, proving that if you're simply a fat person existing online, it is possible to have a positive platform. So one of your colleagues, Marissa, has gone ahead and proved that that is 100% possible if you decide to pivot your content. But coming online and continuing to dish out toxicity and vitriol and expecting people to not return that is not going to work. And this was intriguing to me, and I knew I needed to bring it to the channel this week because oftentimes when people are going downhill, you'll see comments or different things telling people that they should log off, right? Take a break from the internet. It will make you feel better. It will heal your mental health. But in Marissa's case, it doesn't appear that that worked. To me, her content has always read that she needs constant attention and validation. And that often stems from being insecure with yourself. That, and she really likes to conflate aggressiveness with confidence. They're not the same. All right, that is all I have for you guys today. At this point, I'm going to turn it back to you because I'm curious to know, did you see Marissa return to TikTok? Was she popping up on your For You page? At this point, do you think she has changed? Did that internet break really help her? You'll have to let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. You know I love to hear from you guys. And for all my introvert friends out there who do not feel comfortable leaving their opinions in the comment section, I see you, I feel you. So go ahead and leave me an emoji. This week, let's do either a rage emoji, like a mad face emoji, or a dancing emoji, because that seems to be the two sides of Marissa's online personality. As always, thank you all so much for being here with me this week. I will see you in the next one. Bye.